Today, we are going to meet one of nature's most perfect predators, a creature that has completely mastered the sky with a kind of speed and precision that is just breathtaking. We're talking, of course, about the falcon.
So let's just get right to the headline number, shall we? When a peregrine falcon decides to hunt, it goes into a dive that can top 186 miles per hour. That's over 300 kilometers per hour. And just to be clear, that officially makes it the fastest animal on the entire planet, period.
To give you a sense of just how insane that is faster than a Formula One car at full blast. Just let that sink in for a second. This is a living, breathing animal made of muscle and bone that can outpace one of the pinnacles of modern engineering. It's just incredible.
Which, of course, leads us to the big question, right? How in the world is something like this even possible? What secrets are hiding in its body and its DNA that allow it to do this?
Well, to answer that, we've got to look at how this bird is built. And it's not just one thing. It's this whole suite of evolutionary masterstrokes all coming together perfectly to create this super predator. I mean, every single piece of the falcon is fine-tuned for speed. Its body is literally shaped like a bullet to just slice through the air with minimum resistance. Its wings are long and pointed, and they're powered by these massive chest muscles. Even its bones are specially designed to absorb the incredible shock of a high-speed impact.
And it's not just about raw speed. It's about precision. The falcon has this special notch in its beak called a tomial tooth. Now, it's not a real tooth like ours, but it works like a razor-sharp surgical tool that it uses to sever the spinal cord of its prey. It's an instant, brutally efficient kill.
But, you know, if the falcon has one true superpower, it's gotta be its vision. We estimate its eyesight is about 8 times sharper than a human's. That's like having a pair of military-grade binoculars built right into your skull.
So what does 8 times sharper actually look like in the real world? Well, it means a falcon soaring way up high can spot something as small as a pigeon from over 3 kilometers away. That's almost 2 miles. It sees the world in a level of detail that we can't even begin to imagine.
And here's another one of those mind-blowing adaptations. Imagine diving so fast that just taking a breath could literally destroy your lungs from the sheer pressure. Well, falcons have these small, bony bumps inside their nostrils that act like baffles. They slow down the incoming air so the falcon can actually breathe safely while plummeting toward the earth.
So, when you put it all together, you see the falcon's unique strategy. An eagle, it relies on brute strength. A hawk is more of an ambush predator. But the falcon's whole game is built around one thing, and one thing only: absolute, overwhelming speed. It's all about that high-velocity, precision strike.
Okay, so we know how the falcon is built for speed. Now let's take a look at what it does with that incredible ability. How does this master of the sky actually operate out in the wild?
It all comes down to its signature move, the hunting stoop. And it's like this beautiful, deadly ballet. First, it spots its prey from kilometers away. Then it climbs even higher, building up all that potential energy. It folds its wings into that perfect aerodynamic teardrop, and then it just dives. Using gravity and muscle, it becomes a living missile, striking its target right in midair.
And what's on the menu for a hunter this good? Well, mostly other birds, like pigeons and ducks, which it literally snatches right out of the sky. But it's an incredibly adaptable hunter, so it'll also go for rodents, bats, and even large insects if the opportunity is there. And where can you find them? Well, pretty much anywhere. Falcons are true global citizens. They have conquered just about every habitat on Earth, from icy tundras to scorching deserts. They are on every single continent, except, of course, for Antarctica. But maybe their most surprising habitat of all is the modern city. And this really speaks to just how intelligent and adaptable these birds are. They figured out how to make our concrete jungles their own.
Think about it. A falcon looks at one of our skyscrapers and it doesn't see an office building. It sees an artificial cliff, the perfect high-altitude perch for spotting and diving on all the city pigeons below. It's exactly why huge cities like New York and London now have their own wild, thriving falcon populations.
And that idea of falcons adapting to our world brings us to our final section, the really long and frankly fascinating relationship between humans and falcons. It's a story of partnership, of peril, and ultimately of hope.
You see, our connection to these birds goes way, way back. For more than 4,000 years, across all sorts of cultures, humans have formed this unique hunting partnership with falcons.
The practice is called falconry. It's the art of training these incredible birds to hunt with a person.
And for centuries, this wasn't just some hobby. It was considered the sport of kings, a powerful symbol of status, power, and nobility.
And it's amazing how the falcon's role in our world has evolved. It's gone from being this symbol of ancient royalty to a modern-day airport guardian. That's right. Today, trained falcons are used at airports to scare other birds away from the runways, preventing those really dangerous and potentially catastrophic bird strikes with airplanes.
But our relationship has not always been a good one. This timeline tells a really dramatic and scary story. In the mid-20th century, the pesticide DDT just wrecked falcon populations. It pushed the peregrine right to the edge of extinction. But then, people fought back. Conservation efforts kicked in, the pesticide was banned, and after decades of hard work, the population started to make this incredible comeback.
Their recovery is honestly one of the greatest conservation success stories of our time. And today, their stable populations are just this powerful testament to the resilience of nature, if we just give it a fighting chance.
And so, the falcon remains this potent symbol for us. It represents raw power, sure, but also freedom, incredible vision, and maybe most importantly of all, it symbolizes survival against all the odds.
Which leaves us with one final thought. Here we have this ancient predator that's proven it can adapt to and even master our modern world, from wild cliffs to city skyscrapers. So the question is, what can its story of peril and survival teach us about our own resilience?